Reincarnation is a foundational doctrine of Buddhism. It posits that consciousness survives death, accumulates karma, and is reborn in a new body, continuing this cycle until enlightenment or nirvana is achieved. This belief has shaped the spiritual and ethical landscape of millions around the world for centuries. However, when we turn to the field of neuroscience, a different picture emerges. Neuroscience asserts that consciousness is a product of the brain. When the brain dies, consciousness ceases. Prominent figures like neuroscientist Christof Koch at the Allen Institute for Brain Science and philosopher Daniel Dennett have argued extensively that there is no evidence for consciousness existing independently of the physical brain. According to this view, the brain's complex networks and synaptic connections are what give rise to our conscious experience. Yet some researchers have explored the notion of past lives through the work of psychiatrist Ian Stevenson and the University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies. Stevenson collected over 2,500 cases of children claiming past life memories. These cases are intriguing, but critics like psychologist Leonard Angel have pointed out significant flaws. Stevenson's methodology was not rigorously controlled, leaving room for confirmation bias, cultural priming, and investigator expectation to influence the results. While these stories capture the imagination, the lack of scientific rigor casts doubt on their validity as evidence for reincarnation. Let's delve deeper into what the brain actually does. Memory is stored in synaptic connections, physical structures in the brain. When a person dies, these synaptic connections decay. There is no known mechanism by which memories could transfer to a new brain in a new body. This is not merely a case of lacking confirmation. There is no proposed physical mechanism whatsoever that could facilitate such a transfer. Buddhists and others often cite near-death experiences, or NDEs, as evidence of consciousness surviving death. However, a 2023 study published in the journal Resuscitation by Dr. Sam Parnia at NYU Langone found that recalled NDE experiences correlate with surges of gamma-wave brain activity during the dying process. This suggests that NDEs are a brain event, not a spiritual one, further aligning with the view that consciousness is tied to the physical brain rather than existing independently. An argument often raised is that science cannot fully measure consciousness. This is true. Consciousness is not fully understood. However, invoking this mystery does not prove reincarnation. The burden of proof lies with the claim that consciousness survives death, and to date, no controlled, reproducible evidence supports it. While the mysteries of consciousness are vast and intriguing, they do not validate the claims of reincarnation without empirical support. In conclusion, Buddhism stands as a philosophically sophisticated tradition with an ethical framework largely independent of its reincarnation doctrine. The doctrine of reincarnation, when examined against what we know about how brains store and lose information, lacks empirical support. The intersection of Buddhism and science invites us to explore profound questions, but it also reminds us to ground our beliefs in evidence. Are memories truly eternal?